Hello, everybody coming in. The most awkward time of life. I hope my connection is solid because our house internet is in an outage right now. So I'm using cellular. Bear with me. Thank you for the gift. If it gets to be too much with the connectivity, I'll just call it and figure something else out. Can I just tell you, school is fun and I love it, but man, is learning tiring. And that sounds ridiculous to say, right? But it is. When you are working on something that is difficult for you or that it's your first time learning and you're really trying to grasp it, it's exhausting. I forgot to do my lash serum today, so I'm going to do that really quick. Hey, Laura. I'm getting my GED. Right now I'm in adult education, pre-GED level, and working my way up. I just started GED math today, and I started GED English 2 weeks ago. With an adult education level class on Wednesday. Just to kind of keep me fresh and going. I forgot my serums today, so just give me 1 second, I'll be with you. I don't want my gorgeous lashes to fall out again. Okay. Hello, how are you? I think TikTok stopped pushing me for a long time. Now I can see again. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Hensley. Thank you, Moggy. Hey, thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Tiffany. Just getting home from school. My neck hurts and I'm tired, but doing good. How about you? Good morning, Cheryl. Nope, I do not do fake lashes. They don't look right on me. They don't stay on. My real lashes just push them off. Before addiction, this is what my lashes look like. And they're natural growth. But I started using lash serums when they didn't grow back. So what you saw was me putting castor oil on. Yep, my natural lashes push them off. They will not let them stay. It's all right, Cheryl. It's all the same to me. Thank you, Keisha. They are all positives. Thank you so much. I've been moved. I graduated the second tier of rehab on February 15th. And I've been here ever since. I am in an Oxford house, which is a sober living house that is democratically run. The absolute lowest level of care that you can achieve or have outside of living alone. Yep. Yeah, it does good to take breaks with fake ones. I actually had to go back up, Keisha. I'm back up to the 80. I switched to split dose, and that helped with the overly medicated state in the morning and with the not feeling good in the evening. So I've been doing that for 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm not happy, but I got to do what I got to do to stay okay. When I had a breathtaking craving, that's when I knew, something's wrong. That's how I'm looking at it. I could be higher. I'm glad I'm not. Not that there's anything wrong with those who are. It's just my personal choice. And I'll get there one day. Thank you, Ginger. He's at daycare, Sierra. Hi, how are you? Nice day we're having. So many ways to enter a conversation other than just asking where somebody's baby is. Not being mean, just giving you suggestions. Thanks, Anna. I really am. And it's come to... No, it's okay. Thank you, Lori. It's come to help me. I know when my blood sugar is dropping long before it's measurably low. I know when to take an aspirin or ibuprofen because the headaches come in, because I pick up on the signs. I'm very, very self-aware. Hey, Rayan. Was it Rayan? It's going great here. How are you? Thank you, Nikki. It does. And it feels good to feel normal. Especially when you kind of never knew what normal felt like. Hey, Vic. How are you? And thank you. Yep. I've done a lot of work. Hey, Zombie. You must have seen me before. We do. Well, thank you, Zombie. Thank you, Sierra. I'm not in therapy currently. I do have a counselor through the clinic, but I don't have a therapist yet. That's actually what I'm trying to get into school for. It's why I'm getting my GED. I want to go into social work and addictions counseling, as well as get certified for a peer recovery specialist, as well as running this channel. Well, thanks for the follow, Zombie. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Rayanne. Congratulations. Thank you, Hannah. I haven't gotten to know her yet, so right now we're in the beginning phases. I like her, though. I want to get into some trauma-informed therapy. Thank you, Sapphire. But I did get my days dropped to 2 days a week yesterday, and in 2 weeks I get a full week. So that's exciting. Thank you, Ash. Like, that's very exciting for me. Although what's not as exciting is I'm pretty sure the baby brought home a germ. He was coughing last night, and you can hear my voice is rough today. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're called trauma-informed therapists. Take homes, meanies. Have a good day at work, Zombie, and thank you. Well, hopefully he comes back from it safely and doesn't just give up because of it. I'll be thinking of him and sending some good vibes his way. My DMs are always open, babe. You're welcome. Excuse me. And I will just do a quick reminder. I'm going to try not to shove it down your throats, but it is a tarot day. So if you want readings, it's a good time to get them. Hey, RL. I'm going to finish this protein drink and then go and get a Gatorade. We are both good, Holistic. How are you? My options are in my link tree in the bio. Now my belly is like grumbling, but that's okay. But I don't know what else to say today. I did say at the beginning, if you are having any connectivity issues, I apologize. The house Wi-Fi, there's an outage in the area, so right now I'm on cellular. It's supposed to be warm, but it's kind of a little cool. Not terrible. Hey, Cece. It was beautiful yesterday. We've actually had 2 days where I needed to turn the air conditioner on because it got so hot in my room and there was just no air coming in. But I think I'm coming to needing replacing it, so I'm trying to limit using it until they come out. I'm good, Tiff, and you? I'm loving it. Bring on the spring and summer. I'm ready. My legs hurt. I swear I'm getting old. That was just my wrist. You'll hear that crack? That was just my wrist. We are good, Faith. How are you? If I can get this bug out of my throat, I'd be even better. Drinking helps for a minute, and then it comes right back to being rough. I hate being sick. Hopefully it's just allergies. And I'm also showing mood swings and cramping that makes me think I may finally be getting normal with my cycle. So cross your fingers for me. My throat. Well, thank you, Samson. My throat was like a little sore yesterday. Now today it's rough. You can hear it when I talk. The baby's got a little cough, but it doesn't sound sick. It's just a little cough. So I'm hoping that it is just allergies and, it's not really a germ, but it's not my luck. It's probably a germ. We're doing good, Cheryl. How are you? I don't share his name, Shauna. It really is. It's coating things here. And again, I'll say, I appreciate that you all want to ask questions, but can we please have an introduction? At least say hi, what's up? And don't just come in asking personal questions. Like across the board, I'm not picking any one person out, but just please, can we at least chat before we go to personal questions? Hey, Molly. And that's just that he's manliest man, manly man, baby butter, booty butt, baba. He's got more nicknames than I have fingers and toes. You're good, Tiff. It just bothers me, like, when it's somebody I've not seen and they jump right into a personal question. It starts to make me feel like, is that somebody that wants to cause trouble, or is that somebody that has too much of an interest in my son? And I know it sounds crazy and paranoid, but after what I went through in the hospital, I put nothing by nobody. Or nothing past anybody. Don't fall, phone. Ibuprofen. No, you're fine. And it wasn't just to you. It's been a couple different things today. And some of it a lot more personal than asking a name. I had somebody come in earlier, no conversation, just asked me where my baby was. And it's the questions like that that put me on edge. Thank you, Rainbow. Oh. Thank you, Samson. I definitely went through the ringer. How did glasses get so dirty when all you do is wear them? Well, thank you, Shauna. I still go through it. The T pages are posting me now, claiming I'm scamming because they don't believe in tarot. For real. I'm good living in you. And some of it is just TikTok. You know, the regular, ordinary, I have no better thing to do than troll lives, trolls. But you can tell the difference. Absolutely, Shauna. Or they don't want to see. Or they're so caught up in their dislike or hatred that they can't see. Exactly. And for me, I was going to let it go to avoid this. But tarot has been part of my life almost my whole life. I've done it before in bits and pieces, but maybe I could do a whole thing. Thanks, Cheryl. Exactly. I told one yesterday they're just jealous. That, you know, they don't have any face, they don't have any content, and they go around attacking those who do, but especially those who make money. I don't know what a PD party is, but you don't know me to say what's been my whole life. That would be cool, Samson. And see, you speak on them and they will come. Good job buying your followers, by the way. Good job on that. Good morning, Bobby. I'm sorry, that was good. I don't know what a PD party is, but now it's my life's goal to have one. Hey, Shelby. Who wants to have a PD party with me? Yeah, I know. But it's going to be my joke from now on. I want a PD party. We're going to have a PD party live. It's the things like that, finding the humor in it. And where was I even saying anything to inspire pity? Like, I just don't get it. Thank you, babe. I'm proud of me too. I got a sponsor this week. I have restarted the steps from the ground up, following her suggestions. I can't even imagine. We all wear a shirt that says Pete. I don't know. And they had almost 300,000 followers. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know. All I can do is thank you, Cheryl. I'm still doing it. Every day I do it. Every day I have to wake up and decide today I'm not going to use. And today, if I can just make it through today, that's good enough for me. Today I can turn my will over and just live a life that's worth living. I've been knowing that, even if I didn't want to admit it. Exactly. But I am a month away from my 18-month tag. And I'm so excited. Yes, we do. And not only have I recovered abstinence-wise, but I'm really working to recover me as a person. Hey, Wendy, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, Mrs. Kelly. Thanks, Tiff. Thank you, Kay. Sorry, my voice is funky today. Just bear with me. Praying it's just allergies. Thank you, me. I like hearing them on the FYP. I know you've been around a long time, Cheryl. Thank you, Ash. Thanks again, Kay. Let me answer. Yes, I'm in a Oxford house now, Razzle. I graduated rehab. Oh, isn't that cute? Thank you. Thank you, Emily. Hey, at least you're helping and you're not just wallowing in it and just thank you and not just feeling like a failure. I'm glad to see you're working on it. You got this. Thanks, Tiff. Thank you, Razzle. Thank you, guys. Hey, Jeannie. Congrats to your dad. That's an achievement. That is a big achievement. You're welcome, Emily. Thanks, Jerry. I've done battles before, but everybody rolls out. And I feel weird being like, spend your money, spend your money, spend your money. I focus on my tarot, really. Gifts help, but my big focus is my tarot. Who is Gabby? Yeah, I know. I don't like pressing people to spend money. What are you talking about? I don't even know who you're talking about, and I definitely haven't bought any gifts. And if you're accusing my mom just because you don't know who they are, trust, I know, and you're fucking wrong. Hey, Sydney, how you been? Absolutely the wrong person. Trying to drag me into that. We're doing great, Sydney. Thanks, Tiff. Yep, I blocked them. Thank you, Jeannie. I love you all so much. I know what it was. They think that RL is somebody else, and they're accusing her of being friends with Gabby. But I don't know. Personally, I don't know anything about that girl, just that another person talked to her. You got that right, Emily. It's supposed to be warmer here. I can't wait. They have to be ready to want that help. That's all there is to it. Until they see that the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, it's not going to happen. Yes, Tiffers. I know about her from somebody that used to mod for me and openly had her own name on her account. She's friends, or I don't even want to say friends. She was trying to help her, and it's just turned into this big drama bomb. And now every mod that they don't know who it is, they swear it's her, and I go through this shit, and I'm tired of it. Right, R? Now that's some crazy weather. That is crazy weather. I can't wait till my roommate gets home, because his vape is to the point that it tastes burned. Well, thank you, Jackie. I wouldn't say the strongest human, but I know I got stuff in me that I didn't know I had in me. Maryland and Delaware are the same way. Yep, I know. Hey, Tanya. That's because they're coming off tea pages where they mix the two of us together and they can't keep track of who the tea is on. I'm good, and you? I will remind you all, it is a tarot day, so if you want to get in on tarot, now is a good day to do so. Oh, I'm not, Renee. Good morning, Stacy. You're welcome, Tanya. Thank you, Court. One second. I saw that page come in, and they're not getting in. Exactly, and I'm not playing it anymore. Thank you, Dinah. Readings are $10, Emily. Payment info is in the link tree in the bio. Thank you, Shu. It's a pretty purple, and I like the little growth chart and giraffe over there. I wish they'd painted the whole room this color, but this one is kind of growing on me. Just please, I will say, Yep, this is his playroom. I have some boxes to get rid of and unpack that have some of his stuff that I'm protecting, but we're going to turn that into his own bedroom. Right now it's a playroom. I am in Oxford House, Sean. They are. I will give them that. Thank you, Dinah. I actually graduated the rehab on February 15th. Both programs. I finished their whole thing. I did. That's little man's dresser. That's the shelf I got myself. I know it's messy, but it's small. Thank you, thank you. I got a little storage cart. That corner is just a mess. It's become my junk corner, so I'm not even showing that one. Thank you, Renee. I've gotten 6 new followers in 30 minutes. Y'all ain't playing today. Oh, yeah. And it's mostly, I have a couple boxes of books that I don't have a place to put them. And just little loose things I take from the baby and I just toss them. Thank you, Shauna. Or Sean. Oxford House is a sober living. It's like the lowest level of care you can possibly be in without being by yourself. It's democratically run. We all have a say in what goes on. We pay EES instead of rent, which is just an equal share of the house expenses. We pay every week. My portion's $170, which is why I'm back with Tarot. Till I get a job, I gotta make it paid somehow. And I'm doing well. My mental health has gotten a lot better here. The baby is happier. It's so good to have our own food and eat what we want to eat and not have to hide things that we want. Like, it's been heaven. Thank you, Dinah. I agree. I like it when the lives are like this. But I will say, if you are sending for a reading, whatever you send, please put a note on it what it's for. I spent a day chasing down somebody that had given a tip, and it was not a reading, and I thought it was. So can we just avoid that as much as possible? Thank you. That came out weird, but thank you. Yeah, they are. Back when I was doing free readings. I mean, I got bad there. I'm not going to lie. I did get bad. And I think many people did start out with good intentions, and it was very easy to get sucked into the drama. No, we weren't. We were only allowed what they provided. Until like the week before I left, we weren't allowed energy drinks. So if I had them, I had to sneak them in. We weren't allowed to buy our own snacks. The only thing we were allowed to buy that was outside food was baby food. So it's been good having my own snacks and yummy things and being able to eat what we want when we want. Dinner isn't that forced early time that the baby doesn't like to eat on. You know, he snacks at daycare like an hour and a half before he comes home. He's not hungry at 5. I know, Morgan. There was 2 active batches. There was the people who honestly wanted the best, who were honestly scared. And then there was the people who hid behind claiming they wanted the best while they bullied and trolled and tried to force bad things to happen. I found out my Venmo will never be restored. I got a very nasty email about that when I inquired about it. It's been permanently suspended due to suspicious activities, which was them sending money and requesting it back. They tried to do the same with my PayPal and Cash App. You know, things like that. There are duplicate Cash Apps that were meant to look like me. So who knows how many people think I ripped them off when they sent the money to the wrong Cash App. I mean, like literally a letter different or a number added. You wouldn't know the difference if you were in a hurry. Oh, yeah. Not like they were, though. Mostly we're talking about how it used to be, like before all that happened. I didn't know who to trust, and I'm sorry I did that. And most likely there was somebody else who'd already said they were going to do something, and I thought that that's what you were. Thank you, Kate. They do. I still get trolled now. I'm a scammer because I'm doing tarot. Just because they don't believe in it, so that means I'm scamming. I will tell you what. Yep, I'm still doing readings. $10 a reading. Info is in the link tree in the bio. I'm good, Kate. Yep, he's almost 17 months. He's at daycare right now and growing like a freaking weed. I can't believe how fast it's flown by. Nope, I am nowhere near Baltimore. I'm sorry, B More. I do it to focus. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. I mean it. Yeah. I used through the pregnancy. I kept making excuses to not go get help. And anytime I would get met by a roadblock, that would like tell my head that it was okay. And I would believe it and would stop trying. So when I went into labor, actually right before I went into the hospital, October 26th, I got on methadone. And I had done so hoping, you know, everybody tells you 3 days and it's out of your system. So I had done so hoping that I would get off things really quick and everything would be good. And it wasn't. And I ended up detoxing in labor. It was medical detox, but it still wasn't fun. And it did help the baby, though, because that avoided him having withdrawals when he was born. But, yeah, that's how I got clean. And then when I saw, 2 things happened. I nearly unalived having the baby, and the baby. That's why I stayed. And then when I got doxxed at the hospital and everything happened, I just held on out of spite. And I've only had one time where I really came close to relapse, and that was in the very beginning. And that was over my son. Thank you, babe. I've done it a couple times, but yeah, maybe you're right, and I should just do it on a YouTube. Thank you. I'm just glad that even with all that, he didn't have to go through it. Thank you, babe. Hey, great. Hey, Miss Tracy. I am too, Tam. I might just do it. Let me think on it, and because this could be a really long video, I think. Well, thanks, Kate. I'm glad I came back. Everybody was like, if once she's out of rehab, she's going to come back. She's going to be scamming. She's going to do this. She's going to do that. And I let it get to me. And I did turn away from my tarot for a good while. And then I started doing it again in rehab. And found out it wasn't triggering. Found out it felt good. I felt normal. And, well, thank you. I got to a point where I was going to sell the readings again in rehab, but I kept taking time away from the baby. He was with me full time at that point instead of going to daycare. So I just went back to the baby. Well, thank you, Sabrina. Now that I'm in a place that I have a actual rent to pay every week until I get a job, I brought it back. And I've gotten a lot of crap for it, but it feels good. It feels like me. Congrats, Tam, and thank you. And I do that out of spite, too. Not gonna lie. There are days when it gets to me and I don't ever want to do it again. Thank you, Sabrina. Nope, I am in Oxford House, which is a sober living. Exactly. And until I can get a better, more permanent thing, maybe even after I do that, it might be a side thing. But at least as long as I'm in this position, I will be here. The gifts help. Sometimes people send little tips. Those help. People getting readings. That's my main. That helps. Like, the views. I'm monetized, so the views off the videos help. They are very good. It made a difference for me, that's for sure. This is more of a family vibe than rehab was. You don't have people in your privacy all the time, but you do have people who are there to say, hey, you don't look so good. Are you okay? And you do have random UAs. And they do not play around. You fail, you're out. There is no second chance. There is no, just go get better and you're done. And I mean, like, within minutes, done. You don't even get a chance to grab more than essentials. And then you can come back and get your stuff at a later time. They don't play. And to me, that's what I needed. I needed that accountability. It's always what I was looking for. For me, accountability is having people who, hey, I didn't see you today. Are you okay? Hey, you look a little down. Are you all right? It's not, look at this recording of somebody doing something they should be ashamed of. Hey, love. Thank you, Katie. Thanks, Blue. I'm almost 17 months sober. I won't lie to you. I don't remember. I have some people in my phone still listed with TikTok, but I don't remember. Thanks, Pug. I don't know if it's something that'll get better with time, if this is permanent damage, but a lot of the last 10 years is a blur. Thank you, Janae. there's things that I'll remember like it's playing a movie, and then there's things that other people tell me about, and I'm like, are you sure I did that? Aw. Baby is doing great. He's at daycare right now. Just started walking with his little pusher thing. Thanks, Blue. Hey, Donna, it is, and you? Well, DM me your number and I'll see if it's still on my phone. It probably is. I know. He's almost 17 months old, too. Okay, I think I might remember. No, I think that's somebody else. Shit. Thank you, love. It's also been nice that the Mounjaro has been a slow, healthy weight loss, so it doesn't look like I'm, again. Yep, I did. I did still have you in the phone. I still don't remember you, but I did still have it in the phone. I know, it is insane. I don't know if it's because we're growing up and getting older or what, but it feels like time speeds up the older you get. Well, thank you. And that's one of the things that, like, I regret the most about the past is how much time I lost. How many people I hurt in that time that I cost them the time that I cost myself, if that makes sense. I wonder how many people did stuff for me just because they felt bad and really believed that I was okay. That'll always be with me. It was good seeing you too, and thank you. I hope everything's good at your house too. Yeah, I finally got my divorce, love. It was just finalized in January. Well, thank you for that if I didn't thank you already. We are, Sammy. Hope you are too. I really honestly don't remember. And it makes me feel bad because I know a lot of people went far for me and did a lot for me, and I honestly don't remember. That's the best we can do. But I tell you what, even if I don't remember, I will always try and make up for it, and I will always try and apologize. And that was something to do that was hard to do at that time, depending on when you started, because I was very open for the longest time, very trusting. Now I don't know how to not be untrustworthy. No. Wait a minute. Now I don't know how to trust anymore. There we go. Well, thanks, love. A lot of people have said that, but I still don't feel like it's enough. Yep, that's one of the nice things they gave me is now I put up walls and I don't know how to take them down. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's going back. I'm really surprised I don't remember then. But obviously, I mean, I know you're not lying. You're in my phone. I know you're not lying. Well, thank you. I mean, that's a good way to look at it, Sammy. But how do I want to say this? As a person, in my own personal beliefs, I owe. And working the steps in NA, I owe. And yeah, that's great. If you're happy with sobriety or change behaviors, that's great. But I still feel like I at least need to apologize. Well, thank you. Thank you, Haley. It looks like I'm getting a lot of people back that used to follow me. I keep praying maybe I can rebuild my page. Amen to that. And I'm sending more love back to you. And I will too. I had put a thing up asking to borrow money for a ride right before I moved in the Oxford house. And the amount of people who helped and then was like, just keep it, it's a gift. I was honestly shocked. I tried to send back because it was over what I needed and they wouldn't take it. I was honestly shocked people still thought that much of me. I think you're right, Talitha, but I post videos about it every so often. I'm about due again to just say I'm sorry and admit again, and especially now that older people are coming back, just to make sure everybody gets their apology. The only thing that I am going against with NA, well, thank you, Haley. And I'm going to talk to my sponsor about it and see what she thinks. But it says that you should make amends no matter what the person's done to you. Whereas I feel like being in contact with the people that did those things is just not healthy. Not for me, not for them, not any way around. So I'm going to talk to her and see what she says. And then it would come down to figuring out the ones. Hey, Carrie. It does. That's what I thought. But I just read it in how it works, how and why, I think. It's $10 and the info is in the link tree in the bio. Well, thank you, Sanders. I'm going to talk to her and see. I wasn't going to do it, but I started working the steps by myself, and the change that I saw, it feels better. Making amends feels amazing, and it helps take some of that guilt away. Well, thank you, Sammy. Let me see, because I just read it, so I'm pretty sure it's in this one. Let me see. Hey, Medusa. Because it would be on step 9. I ended up right on it. Bear with me. Because I was actually shocked when I read it. You're still supposed to make amends to them even if they've harmed or you've had trouble in the past or something like that. I'm kind of just scanning. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, pay the money back. Even though we are sure to have amends to make to people who have also harmed us, we must set our hurt feelings aside. We don't want to go to someone intent on making amends and end up in a shouting match over who was injured more severely. Our responsibility is to make amends for what we have done wrong and not to force others to admit how they wronged us. I knew I just read it. This is how it works, how and why. Boundaries are good. I'm catching up now. I've been going since 2023. But I became a member just since I've been in this house. The step itself does simply say make amends with those you've harmed unless it causes harm to you or those or someone else. Or no, I think it's just someone else. I've got it right here. I have way too much literature. I think the only thing that I don't own is the sponsor book. I'm looking for where the steps are. Oh, you know what? It's right at the beginning of this. Okay, so I'll just go through to step 9 then. You're not going to stop me from what I'm trying to do. How does that one have the 12 traditions, but this doesn't have the 12 steps? Yeah, that's just not even right, dude. Thank you, Britt. Because now I'm honestly confused and want to know. And I also can't remember the actual wording of that. I got it. How it works. We made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. That's step 9 in the book. Thank you, Xtina. But when you actually read it works, that's where it comes up that you're even supposed to pay them back if that person's caused you harm as well. Whereas the people who... I'm trying to say this without sounding like I'm playing a victim, because I'm not. There were people who honestly didn't know, who honestly paid money expecting a thing that they didn't get, or they got it in a way that wasn't appropriate, or what have you, for whatever varying reasons. Some because lives got banned, some because I didn't know who the person was and couldn't find them, some because they intentionally ran. Like, I can't even go over all the excuses. But there were also those who knew what I was doing, who were well aware of how things were being done and the state they were being done in, who would still come and spend money just to see what it would happen. I don't feel like those people deserve my amends. I did no wrong to them, at least not the way that I look at it, because I didn't ask them to come and throw money at me for an experience. I did not ask them. You knew. Hey, Gold. You knew what you were getting into. You knew what it was. And that I do not feel like is grounds for me to owe amends. I'm going to talk to my sponsor. You're welcome, Brandy. You need any help, I'm here. I'm going to talk to her and see what she says, but that's how I feel. Those are the ones who are pushing for financial, which is where I was going with this. They want me to give money back. They say that until I give money back to everybody that I scammed, that I'm not forgiven. And the only ones who have ever actually asked for money back was them. The same ones who spent that money just to see what would happen, or just to see if this would be the last dime. So, because I know where I fucked up and I've changed my behavior. Thank you, Medusa. Thanks, guys. I mean, it's like when you go home after you get clean, you know, the live itself is not the problem. The live itself was a platform for the problem. So being on live itself is not uncomfortable, but knowing what I did before is. Thanks, Gold. Thanks, Medusa. Yep, that's what I do. And I've talked about this even in my worst states. I always wanted to have like my own little tarot business. Now I've been drawn to do social work. I may never have my own for real shop, but I would love to still do it as a side thing. Well, thank you for that apology. I appreciate that. And thank you. I have a lot of distant besties thanks to social media. Plus, the other thing that keeps me from feeling bad, and I know this isn't necessarily... I'm probably going to piss people off with this. Well, thank you for admitting that, Sanders. My inbox is always open. Thank you for that apology. Part of what makes it easier for me to be at peace with things is I know that I went into things, at least in the beginning, with honest to God good intentions. I really did just want to sell tarot. I really did not believe that I was that bad. And then once it started flowing and I saw what came in and I saw how much could be given, that's when I did knowingly take advantage. I never, ever, ever planned to take money and give a reading when I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I truly and honestly believed I was not that bad. And so I didn't set out with the intention to be like, just give me all your money and fuck you. That was never, ever my intention. Just like it's not my intention for everybody to be like, well, you said you're sorry, that's good enough. Or you're clean, that's good enough. I set out with good intentions, and I got lost along the way. The addict kicked in and took advantage of the situation, just like it always will and always does. Looking back, I see why people were worried. I still have the live where I went down on the live. It's private, but I still have it. I still have the live where I was trying to get through to you that something was wrong. I was waiting for you to say you were here. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for that. I know that was hard to stick up. Good morning, Angie. Well, thank you, Sanders. They were. And many of them did do the things they did just to get those clicks and views. And so that's where I draw the line. If you come to me and you're honest to God, somebody that has not been happy, whether it was a reading that you didn't get or wasn't done right or never done, I believe it. They put everybody on blast at one point. Well, thank you, Angie. If you come to me and it's legitimate, I have no problem making the amends to you in whatever way is possible, in whatever way you ask, as far as it is possible. But if you say that you're scammed, but you immediately went to the hate pages, that's when I'm going to start asking questions. Because a normal person in a normal situation does not say, oh, I didn't get a thing, so I'm going to go over here to these obnoxiously nasty pages and tell my experience and use it as a way to get pity. There's something not right there. They absolutely do, Wendy. Well, I appreciate that, Angie. That's not easy to say or do. And I appreciate you sticking through. I know it wasn't easy. And I know there's probably still times when it's not. And it's the people like you that stuck through and stood up. No matter where I was, nobody deserves that. And I appreciate that people like you were able to see past where I was to the fact that I was still human. No, I appreciate it, Sanders. You are fine. And I know that's part of why. Thank you. I wish it would let me fully change it. I'm still official Miss Ashy Cat in my @ and my URL, but it won't let me change it. It keeps going back to official Miss Ashy Cat. And I wanted it to all be Ashley's Recovery Corner. I'm so sorry, Medusa. That is terrible. Oh, thank you, Angie. Hey, Christina. And I will say it's probably why people are hesitant to get readings or send gifts still. Not to mention I haven't really been pushing them, but that's a big part of why I see people saying no, that they don't trust. And I don't blame them. And I can't blame anybody but me. The only part that I still place entirely in their corner is going to work pages and posting pictures, making gifts, etc. If they hadn't done that, nobody would have known. And if they hadn't done that, my boss's job wouldn't have suffered, or my boss's shop wouldn't have suffered. Partly, yes. DM me, Capricorn. Exactly, Medusa. I'm not pushing them because I'm afraid people think it's old behavior and because I honestly feel bad. Um, People want to chat, people want to talk and see what's up, and I can't find a healthy balance. Well, DM me and I'll see what I can do. I can't promise it'll be what you want, but I'll see what I can do. Or at least point you in the direction you need to be. But I don't want to push out the people who want to chat. And it's like every time tarot gets started, most of the people leave, and then I feel like I chased you. And I do feel like people see it as I'm being greedy, and I don't like the way that makes me feel. Even though it is a service, and I will defend that to the day the cows come home, it's a service, and I'm giving what people are asking for. It's just something I got to work on. Okie dokie. Get some sleep, and I'll see you next time. And thank you. We've talked about it. Making other pages has never really worked because of the fact there's so many fake pages. And I don't know. I'm working on a solution as best as I can. Part of the solution has been that Mondays and Fridays are absolutely guaranteed chat days. If somebody asks for a reading, fine. But I'm not going to be on here going reading. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I have to bust my butt. But those are the days I make the rent. Which means I have to divide 170 by 3. So it ends up coming down to like 5 readings a day, and then 2 of the days have extra readings, or one of the day has extra readings. It's not terrible. Plus, I get into this groove where I know I'm taken care of, and so I'm just like, yep, let's get lazy. But you can't. If you're going to grow a thing, you have to be reliable. That's what got me going before, because I was always always on, always had a set time. You knew where to find me. No, it's not that. I just don't know how to balance the people who want to chat and the people who want readings. Well, thank you, Wendy. And I really appreciate you. Thank you. Private readings has not been working out very well. Between people not having the time to sit down and do them, not understanding how the links work, it's really been difficult. So, I mean, I'm not going to take it off the table, but it may have to be that it's only experienced people. They don't let you monetize? Are you serious? I never knew that. I thought that was worldwide, like everybody got to do it. He is getting big, almost 17 months. I know they didn't have TikTok Shop, but I thought they still had the Creator Fund, which is where you just get paid for your video views. I did not realize they didn't have. That sucks. I'm sorry. That's how I did them, was putting them as recordings. But the way that you share the links, it's inevitable. Somebody can't make it work. Well, hopefully they catch up, because it's not fair to you guys. Oh, you got a grandbaby his age. I think for right now, I'll just keep it the set chat days, chatting in between readings and reminding people they're here. And maybe next week I'll work on getting myself back in the groove of tarot first and then chat. Which is the other downside of doing it on another page. The visibility. Oh, congratulations. I love the videos like that, Medusa. It is kind of hard to get to it because you have to have 10,000 followers and some view counts. I know the person's still in here. If you think you saw me somewhere or you know you saw me somewhere, I have always asked that you do not talk about that publicly. I have made a point to keep where I am quiet. I don't need anybody giving ideas, places, pushes. It's bad enough that they already know where the college is. But apparently you can't even thank them for gifts anymore. People are insane. I will unmute you, but please, if you've seen me or you think you've seen me, just keep it quiet. I'm not asking for much. Just respect my privacy. You wouldn't want somebody else outing you where you are. It is ridiculous. That should be absolutely against the rules. And then they're telling me you can't even thank people for gifts or ask for them anymore or suggest them anymore. They don't make no sense. I believe you would respect my privacy. It may have been done accidentally, not thinking. But please, DM me if you think you saw me. Do not comment it in a public place or way. Now, I've made no secret that I go to Cecil College, but I've never said which branch. None of that. I've made no secret of that. And I did that because they had the best program for the GED compared to my other options. And I was already enrolled through the rehab. But that's not where I live. That's not where... I wouldn't want people congregating trying to find me there. Let's put it that way. The last time information like that was given out, people followed me to find out where I lived. And followed me to the store, and through the store, and out of the store. Thank you, Rebecca. I still do. I love you more, bestie girl. You're funny, Samson. Yes, ma'am. I think I still have clips of the video. They followed me from my apartment to the mall. They followed me back from the mall to home. Sat outside of my home long enough to wait for me to get the Uber to go to the Walmart, which was not a small time. Followed the Uber to Walmart and tracked me through the Walmart, recording the whole thing and posted the whole video on YouTube. Now, to this day, I have never been able to find the full video. I've only gotten clips, but that was enough to be sick. Beyond sick. And again, I know being in the state that I was, I overshared. You're not in that state, okay? No matter what. If you are not under the influence and somebody else is, then you are the responsible party. And what happens is then on your hands. So if you knew I showed... You guys are funny. Shit, now I just lost my train of thought. Hold up, it'll come back. Oh, it's on your hands. If you saw somebody who was not sober show information like an address or a phone number or overheard that information on lives, you should not be putting it to use, just like you would expect people not to do to you. There is people who drive from other states, and I have proof. They drive from other states to come ride through past my apartment and my job like it's a fucking sightseeing adventure. You weren't supposed to tell Janine. But with all that said, just please, if you see me, respect privacy. I don't mind if you come up to me, but do not put it on social media. I think I will modify that, though, and say, if you see me with the baby, maybe just wave from a distance. Oh, yeah, you know. I know. I mean, the level of obsessed. But when I said that, I was narcissistic. Somebody busted my window out of my apartment, and I was accused of doing it myself. It took me until I was sober to realize how I would be telling a story, and they would interrupt me, so I would lose my thought, and I would pick up somewhere else, and it would be different. It took me till I was sober to realize that's what they did. So when I got robbed, parts of the story got left out because I was being distracted by the trolling, and to this day, people swear I lied. Yeah. Like, this is all the reasons why I don't want it mentioned. Oh, yeah. Not being mean. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Just please respect the privacy. And in fact, it just crossed my mind. One of the things I had used to illustrate this situation was Eminem's I Am. I think, is that what it was called? Oh my God, I'm never good with song titles. You know, I am whatever you say I am. There's a part in there where he talks, well, of course you know, Janine. I thought so. There's a part in there where he says about leaving him alone when you see him out and eating with his daughter, whatever. And I had said on a live that I used to be so disgusted by that because, you know, I honestly felt entitled to, you know, you've made this music, so I should be able to stop and say hi. And it took me being in that situation to realize how fucked it can be. So now I feel bad. So if there's any chance Eminem's watching, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm joking. I love you, Janine. Humor is how I deal with things. That person saying that just... Even though it's not true, it's such a small place it wouldn't be hard to follow me if I was there. And I do go in that area. Oh, yeah, the stuff that makes sense for me. Yeah, I don't blame him. Now that I see it, I get it. Thank you, Medusa. Is there any reason why you're being ignorant, or are you just like this with everybody? You could have asked why I was pacing or what we do here, and I would have told you I have ADHD and this is how I stim. And I could have told you I do tarot readings with chatting in between. But you had to be a dick. So, have the day you deserve. Thank you, Jizzy. Yep, he's gone. I'm not doing it. Not today. I know how that feels, Medusa. Back before I had ever shared my maiden name online, somebody put it in comments all over my videos, including a twisted version of the only criminal charge that's ever been in my background. Yep. Exactly. And I do go back and forth between sitting, but it's when I get worked up or need to focus. Y'all don't want to sit here and watch me dance like this. I thought you were going to bed, Samson. Nope. I had posted saying I was, and it turned out it was a faulty test. The negative blood test was posted the next day. But again, with the personal questions right off the bat, I would not just walk up to somebody on the street and be like, I heard you were pregnant. Is it true? And I'm not being mean. I'm just saying that, something's not right there. I'll tell you if you tell me how many you have. And don't lie. It's going good, Wendy. Yes, thank you, Shell. You described it perfectly. He is doing great, Chrissy. How are you? I knew she was bad news when she came in and automatically shared. I did. I'm good, happy, and you? Yes, I'm doing readings, Chaz. Thank you for it, and you too. Thank you, talented. I'm just, how do I want to explain it? I'm just snarky like that. I am not going to let you disrespect me and just walk away. I'm not a good Christian like that. I am not one to turn the other cheek. And I am damn sure not one to be like, oh, okay. It's not happening. And she shared, here it comes. So she was a troll who let all her little troll friends know. True, but still, I'm not going to take a slap in the face quietly. I know it drives people crazy, but I just cannot. I'm too proud for that. Maybe when I do some serious step work, it'll be better, but right now, no. Did you need a reading today, Chaz? Because I'm about to sign off. I don't want to leave if you did. I'll give him a minute. I have so many hours of standing and walking. So many steps. All right, talented. Have a good day. Hello from Delaware. How are you, Lynn? I saw. What kind of reading, honey? I have so many of the little awards on my watch because the exercise rings and steps. Okie doke. I had actually dropped out because I thought it was you and I wasn't sure. So I went and made sure. There. Now, if I don't move, I perfectly block the glare. You're welcome. Anybody else that wants readings, I'm about to sign off. Ooh. Okay. Hey. These first two cards are telling me that you might have a tendency, $10, Tam. You might have a tendency to cut people off a little too easily when they piss you off and kind of leave yourself alone. You are very much a solo running person, whether it's just when it comes to doing work or cleaning or like literally all around. You prefer being by yourself. To the point that you probably even refuse to ask for help when you need it. I also have male energy for Pentacles and Swords that could be a partner that's perhaps the only one you're really close to. I don't like to do the birth signs with these because the charts are so inclusive. I could have it and you not know. I can pick up things that aren't your normal sun signs. We're not going there. But I can tell you some of the traits would be very intellectual, a good writer, loves to read, good conversation, very grounded and down to earth, works hard no matter what the job is, likes having money in the bank, likes having the good things in life. I'm not sure if this is somebody around you. It's $10 and the payment info is in the link tree in the bio. Sorry, I don't know if it's somebody around you, somebody coming in. This is just the first 3 cards. But I definitely, with this Temperance, I'm feeling like we need to modulate some of these traits that I'm picking up. this ability to just cut people off or turn around or take space, however you want to phrase it, you need to chillax a little bit. The reason I said you might not even accept help is this Five of Pentacles. I feel like there's possibly a situation or two, maybe more, that you've been in trouble and suffered instead of asking for help because you want to do it alone. In your eyes, nothing is as bad as it seems. You'll always find a way. But I do feel like there's some changes on the way. You're still using that, I see good things energy. You don't always get wrapped up in the bad stuff, but when you do, it really sucks you down. And probably isolation is what I'm really picking up from that Queen of Swords. At this point, I would tell you, so am I will tell you, accepting reconnection, accepting the chance to make up or talk to people that you cut out will be a big step for you to help, not just with some of this isolation that I'm picking up, but also a little bit of loneliness. Whoever that male energy I picked up is one of the people that you need to get back in touch with. If it's not somebody that you live with. That's going to be a big key to keeping you on track and keeping you from turning everybody away. I also had the Fool, which tells me you need to stop worrying. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let worry stop you. When you have this chance, take it. Even if it does irk you and you really just don't want to do it, you'll be happier if you go through with it than if you don't. It's not going to just go away because you ignore it. Some making up needs to be done here. Reconnecting, however you want to call it. Accept it, or it's going to keep happening until you do. Oh my God. I'm too old to be kneeling on the floor. And I didn't see any complaints, so it tells me that you know exactly what I'm talking about. I love tarot. You're welcome, Wendy. Stop being so stubborn. Oh. And you know me so well to say that, right? A woman downing another woman. I guess it's because you're just flopping on TikTok, huh? Do you feel better now? Did you get your misery out and spread it enough for the day? I hope so, because you're gone. Thank you, Devin. I am. They do. They do that so that they're not caught. They know part of what I look for, and so they try and detract from the negativity and the alarm bells that would be ringing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. My voice is starting to give. I want some ice cream, and I got stuff to do because it's Thursday. For real, Medusa. I will be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll try the chat split, see how that works as opposed to just chat. And I'll be here just after 12 Eastern time, just like always. I love you too. I don't know, I might come on a little earlier, so keep an eye out. But I'll definitely be on by 12:30 Eastern. And I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the gifts, the love, the readings. Hey, Tiff. You caught me just as I'm leaving.